like I'm new to the comedy scene, if we could call it that, in terms of stand-up, maybe 2 years in, and I keep finding myself at gigs, and I sit around with guys who have been on the circuit for 5, 6, 10 years. And they know all the rooms. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is my fourth gig, like in the last couple of months kind of thing. And I'm just there to try and get a bit of stage time. But at the same time, I've got 4 bookings for the end of the year to do 15 to 20 minute sets. And I get a bit of imposter syndrome because I'm like, everyone's like, you didn't do this room, you didn't do that room, you didn't do your 5 for a year, you didn't do your 10 for a year, and I'm saying, guys, but I didn't need it though, because
time change, culture changed.
Because people are booking via socials, and so I think that's again, it's a sign of the times that people need to embrace technology, man. Like if you're sitting there hating on AI, you're gonna get left behind, man. It's super sucky that AI can write nice copy and stuff now. But if you can get ahead of it and understand how to use it, same way as we're using Instagram, and I'm saying all the big bookers, all the people that are event organizers, if they're following you on socials, the chance of you being the next MC or comedic act or entertainer at a big gig is astronomical versus, and I'm not saying don't go do small rooms, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying your traction online is...
you have to adapt with the times. Like
Absolutely.
It's adapt or die. Like staying relevant, that's been my biggest challenge. Because I do a lot of things. Like, do I do music? Do I do films? So you still have to do good. No matter what you do, it has to be good, and you have to stay relevant. Otherwise, you're just going to be the guy that made something cool 15 years ago and ride of that name. So staying relevant is important, bro.
But it is. I mean, you're spot on with that. And I think across the board, being a purist, in this day and age, my thing is you can't be a purist and go, but why is nobody, nobody's seeing my stuff, nobody's booking me. I'm like, because nobody's looking up, they're looking down. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not playing...
Power. That's power right there, man.
And bars, you see, there's the bars for you now. You want it. But, and if you're not playing in that space... you're right, you are going to get left behind. I think what gets a lot of people confused is, cool, if I'm going to be on this, based on the things that are trending, they want me to do that. No, you don't need to dance. You don't need to do what these people are doing. If anything, we are so exhausted now. It's so saturated with people, trying every single trend. The one who stands out is the one who always goes left. But you just got to keep knocking away at that thing that you're going left at. Eventually, you will reach your audience, and you will reach, the people that that go on your journey with you. There's a great Kevin Kelly has a great analogy, especially for entertainers online, and the idea of embracing social media and not being afraid. And obviously assuming that in order to be successful, because it's a metric system, you need 100,000, 250,000 followers. Oh yeah, this guy must be good, But he's just like, no, you can have 250,000 people, but if you put a link out for people to buy tickets and only 10 people buy those tickets,
engagement.
So his analogy is what you need is to create 1,000 true fans, because 1,000 is an achievable number. If you say to somebody, you think you can build like 1,000 people, and you're like, that's fine. And 1,000 true fans, a true fan is somebody who is going to subscribe to your newsletter, who's going to come to every show, they're going to buy your merch, they're going to tell their friends about it, they're going to be your loudest hype man, And then when you do the math, you go, if 1,000 people spend 100 Rand on you, you just made 100 grand. You know what I'm saying? It's simple, but in our minds, we're trained to think, it's the bigger number, but that's so
people
difficult to get to.
People also think like fame and influence is the same thing. There's hella famous people that's got no influence in my life or just no influence in the world. But then there's people with 5 followers, whatever, and then the impact they make in your personal life, whatever. So I think a lot of people get stuck in that. I think the problem with TikTok is like you get these kids that's got like millions of followers, but if you don't turn that into something, not a company necessarily, but if TikTok should shut down today, like how many people would be out of a job, or just because of the concept of influencing became a job now.